Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Cast. Welcome back to another episode reaction to Frieren Beyond Journey's End. This time I'm on episode 12. So in the last episode we met Croft the monk. He was a very pious, very astute gentleman, very nice, very shirtless, and most importantly another elf. The first one we've met in the show that's not Frieren. And like I said, despite his voice actor, he seems to be a pretty nice guy. Frieren, Stark, and Fern spent 6 months with him while waiting out winter at the base of the mountain so that way they can cross over. They said goodbye at the end of the episode, but it's my suspicions that they will meet Croft again at some point. And I hope so, because it would be kind of a shame if that was just all we got of him. He seems like too important of a character or too developed of a person not to meet him again. So with that being said, we're crossing the mountains. I'm sure there's more stuff for us to do. Maybe we're gonna go get our magic license for Frieren so that way she can be a licensed first-class mage. Surely Frieren is good enough to be a first-class mage. I mean, she did defeat the Demon King. I gotta keep putting that out there. I still feel like that should grandfather her into any certification she needs, but maybe the world has forgotten how big of an accomplishment that is. I'm not really sure. But either way, we're gonna get straight into it. If you want to watch my reactions to the next episodes right now, you can do so over on my Patreon. Episode 13 will be available on the Soul tier, and episodes past that, shown right over here, are available on the Ascended tier. Those reactions are also extended length, meaning that you get more reaction and more discussion to go along with each and every episode. And with that being said, let's jump into episode 12. Episode 12, A Real Hero. 29 years after the death of Himmel the Hero. Does that mean we're gonna get a Himmel-focused episode? Because this might just be my favorite episode of the show, if so. Hate it when that happens. How could you fall asleep while walking? I mean, he's offering. Come on, Fern. He has no bad intentions. That's right. You gotta do your side quest.
レプリカですよ。昔村に来た行商人を魔物から助けた時にお礼でもらったものだ。未来の勇者にってね。子供たちみたいなもんだ。村の孤児院にハイターってムカつくやつがいてね。偽物の剣しか持っていないから偽物の勇者に僕に言ったんだ。じゃあ本物になってやろうじゃないか。僕はいつか本物の勇者の剣を手に入れて魔王を打ち倒す。
I wonder if he actually did get it in the end.
あんなことを言っていたハイターは今や酒ばかり飲んでいる偽物のソウルだ。本物ですよ。
Yep, and he's a real hero. Himmel was a hero before he ever defeated the Demon King. We all know that. Wow, this is such a beautiful scene. Every single moment that we get with Himmel and the previous heroes party is just incredible. As much as I love Stark and Fern, like respectfully, it's hard to beat them. Come on, Frieren. What's up with Fern calling everybody pervs? Yeah, he doesn't even know. It just shows his intentions are not that at all. Fern, maybe your mind is a little bit, you know, maybe it's a little bit that way. If you think everybody else is that way. You're projecting a little bit, maybe. She's just looking out for her, though. What's she doing? Is she trying to stand up straight? Uh-oh, new side quest. Oh. Like the one Himmel wanted to have? Okay. A proper King Arthur story.
勇者の剣を引き抜けるのはこの世界を滅ぼす大いなる災いを打ち払う勇者のみ。
それだ。
その剣を引き抜いたのが
Sounds like a proper fairy tale.
そうだぜ。結構有名な話のはずだけど、聞いたことないのかよ。
いえ、ハイター様からは何も。
So he came back and got the real one after he had the fake one initially. He like earned the fake one in order to draw the real one. That's really cool.
半世紀後にまた来てもらう約束だったのに、温厚な私でもさすがにブチギレですよ。というのが先々代のおばあ様の遺言です。
勇者の剣を代々守ってきたこの里の連中なら自衛くらい余裕でできるでしょ。
確かにそうですけれども、ちゃんとお役目を果たしてもらわないと。特に最近は山の主が暴れて大変だったんですから。
Well, then it seems that somebody needs to go defeat
始
him.
めようか。面倒事は早い方がいい。
Oh my god. Dude. Don't do that. Damn, alright.
しかし本当に魔物が多いな。
What does that mean?
あの洞窟の前に集まっているな。
That's probably the cave with the sword. It might be attracting them to it. Stark is so badass.
フリーレン、これって。
Oh. Is that the Lord of the Mountain? Love the design of that. That's so sick. Yeah, it is.
たった80年で主すらか。
Only 80 years.
シュタルク、まだ動けるでしょ。
Okay, animation. Okay.
人使い荒すぎるだろ。
They are so strong. It's not even funny. Easy peasy.
これでお役目は終わりだね。
What did Stark see in the cave, though? Because he asked
ど
something.
ういうことだ。
He's gonna ask.
あれは勇者の剣だ。
Oh, it's still there.
魔物が集まっていたのはこいつのせいだよ。
Oh,
聖域は強力な結界で入れない。
I thought Himmel had it.
魔物はそれを破壊する衝動を抑えられない。よっぽど勇者の剣が怖いんだろうね。
Yeah, I don't think that's what he's
そういう
asking.
ことじゃなくて。
ヒンメルはこの剣を抜けなかったんだ。
So he never pulled it in the first
今回
place.
の勇者も本物ではありませんでしたか。
いいじゃないか。偽物の勇者で。僕は魔王を倒して世界の平和を取り戻す。そうすれば偽物だろうが本物だろうが関係ない。
A fake hero. Yeah, right. Himmel, a fake hero.
そしてヒンメルは成し遂げたんだ。あんな剣
He was never fake.
世界を救ってみせた。
He might not have been the prophesized hero, but he was real.
その事実を隠しているのですか。ヒンメルを英雄に従ってる連中の仕業かな。
Yep, legacy.
勇者の剣が抜けなかっただな。
An earned legacy.
かっこ悪いエピソードは英雄には不要でしょ。英雄というのはどうしても後世の連中が勝手に美化していく。そしてそのうち原型すらなくなってしまうんだ。
Wow. It has to be so poignant for her to understand who Himmel was actually as a person and to know that fact as well. Yeah, is Stark gonna try and pull it as well? Oh. What was that? Was that like his dad or something? Well, okay, hold on. Okay, wow. First off, loved that scene. That was such an interesting bit of dialogue. They totally threw me for a twist because they were showing that initial scene with Himmel and Hyther talking about being a real hero and how he got a fake sword for saving a merchant by defeating a monster. Again, it's such an interesting way to portray the idea of a real hero leaving a real lasting legacy because he did save somebody. He saved somebody, was given a cheap replica sword, and used that replica sword to beat the real threat of the Demon King. It was never about the prophecy. The prophecy is just fairy tale. It's just fantasy. But Himmel was real. He was a real hero. He wasn't some fake mythological hero that will one day return and save us all. He was a real person that had real flaws, that wasn't necessarily always meant to be the hero, but he became one through nothing other than good intention and his own strength. And if that's not cool, then I don't know what is. Beating the Demon King with a fake sword? Pretty nice. At least that's what I think the story is trying to say. I'm pretty sure and I'm pretty confident that with what I've been given, the point of that is to prove that Himmel was a real hero and that really anybody can be the real hero. But one alternative, I guess, has kind of been crossing my mind while I've been sitting here and watching it, and it's particularly about what the village chief said. They said that, at least according to the prophecy, that the sword can only be drawn when the real threat to the world exists, or whatever exactly she said, something along those lines. Maybe the Demon King wasn't the true threat that was meant to exist, and that's why maybe, and I'm just guessing here, but if Stark tries to draw the sword and is actually able to draw the sword, then that means that whatever Stark encounters later down the road is actually what the prophecy is about. Maybe. But Stark is like an axe wielder, not a sword wielder. I'm just drawing on this because he was like staring longingly at the sword. Maybe it doesn't mean that he's going to try and pull the sword. Maybe it is related to something that's going on with him because it showed like a quick flash of something. It looked like fire and another character with red hair. Maybe it could just be reminding him of something else. So maybe I'm just totally off. But like, that's just an alternative way to understand what that means. But I might be diving way too far into it. What else is new with me anyway? I always dive way too far into this stuff. But sometimes I'm right. Sometimes. I'm just saying, I would rather say it out loud and then be wrong than not say it and have been right the whole time.
フリーレン様ならやってくれると信じていました。マジ感謝。これもおばあ様の遺言です。
お前のばあちゃんの遺言だよ。
Well, I guess we're going on to the next place. The Appetit region. Is this going to be like a food town? Oh. Wait, she actually knows that about him?
It's
a little bit harder to buy a thought-out gift on the exact same day. Yeah, it says you, Frieren. Come on. Ooh. Okay. What is that?
男ってのはね、こういうの渡しておけば喜ぶんだよって先生が言ってた。
Look at that smug face. No, okay. There you go. She's not into this sort of thing. I think it's fair to say. No, it was funny. A ring? I wonder if she has anything that was like Aizen's at one point that Aizen left with her. That would be a cool thing to give him. He would definitely love that. Stark's awesome. He just goes around and helps everybody. It's just kind of what he does. He's always looking out for other people. Now that might not necessarily be true. The reward is helping other people. Seeing the smile on their face. That's what I want to believe for Stark. He's gonna ruin it right now. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yep. Just when I was about to comment that it's really nice to see Fern growing attachment to Stark. It's part of the charm, Fern. You wouldn't understand. Meet him in the middle. Say it. Oh no. She's just not having it. It's fair enough.
どうやったって怪しまれるんだし、もう直球でいいか。シュタレク様、何か欲しいものとかありますか？
なんで？
今日がシュタレク様の誕生日だからです。
そうだっけ？
Does he not even know?
何の関係があるんだ？
シュタレク様の誕生日プレゼントです。
え？何かくれんの？
Yeah, that's what you do on birthdays usually.
ムカつくから。
あ、
He's just a bit oblivious. That's okay.
ふざけていたわけじゃなくて、俺誕生日にプレゼントとかもらったことがないんだ。
Well, that's kind of sad. He doesn't seem sad about that.
家族からも師匠からももらったことがないから。
My dead
そうい
family.
うもんなのかと思っていた。
故郷の家族からも
His dead family,
そうい
Fern.
った印象だったんですか？
いや、単に俺が大事にされていなかったんだろうな。
Oh man, okay.
俺の故郷は戦士の村でさ、弱いやつの居場所なんかなかった。
魔物相手に何たるざまだ。シュトルツを見習え。怪我どころか返り血一つ、泥一つさえ跳ねていない。汚れ一つない白いマントは、この村最強の戦士の証。シュトルツはこの村の誇りだ。
当然だ親父。
それに比べてシュタルク、あいつは失敗作だ。
Wow.
毎日あれだけ修行しているというのに、まだ一度も魔物とまともに戦えていない。
Dude, he's like 7. What is he supposed to go kill? My 6-year-old has not slain a 500-pound beast. What a failure.
シュタルク。
Uh-oh.
兄貴、
This could go one of two very different ways. Uh-oh.
いい集中力。
Okay, thank God. Thank God.
お前はきっと強くなる。でも少し構えが悪いな。
Okay, so he had at least somebody that was nice to him. At least for now.
兄貴だけは違ったかもな。でも
Oh. Wait, is that Lugner? Kind of looked like him.
俺は故郷が魔族に襲われた時、そんな兄貴も見捨てて逃げちまった。俺は逃げてばかりの失敗作だ。
Wow,
ヒ
that's
ンメルだったらきっと逃げなかった。
quite sad.
シュタルク様、プレゼントを選びに行きますよ。過去なんて関係ありません。
That definitely
私
lightened
の
Fern's heart
戦士
for
シュタ
him.
ルクは一度たりとも逃げ出していません。
Damn right. Damn right, Fern.
かもしれねえぞ。
私たちが逃がしません。選ばないなら勝手に選びますよ。
I mean, the fact that Stark has the strength to realize his mistakes is a sign that he's grown and learned more. He's always looked out for other people. He's always helped other people. He doesn't run away from people when they have problems. I mean, granted, he does have a little bit of cowardice inside of him. He's acknowledged that himself, but that doesn't mean he is a coward. He learned from Aizen that being afraid is like a survival instinct. It's normal. It's not normal to be completely reckless and just face danger head on always. And also, like, come on, he was a kid. Like, let's be fair to ourselves here. Even if he was bred to be a warrior and raised in a warrior village by ultimate hard-ass, badass warriors, like, there is a natural human part of being afraid, and that's just not something that you're supposed to get rid of. I find it so ironic that the strongest person in Stark's village of warriors was also the nicest and the kindest, and here Stark is kind of reflecting that subconsciously, it seems. I wonder if that was Lugner that killed his village. I feel like if it was him, then Stark would have recognized him, right? And I feel like it would have been a little bit more... I feel like the writing would have had it so that Stark would have been the one that killed Lugner, even if he didn't realize that it was him. So maybe that wasn't him. Maybe that was just a different demon that kind of looked like him. He had like long blonde hair, so I thought maybe. And maybe his brother could be somebody that Stark meets in heaven whenever they get there. That'd be cool too.
じゃあこれにしようかな。
それは高いからダメ。
はい。
Got him a bracelet.
おかえり。遅かったね。
Oh, she's baking.
何ですかこのバカみたいにでかいハンバーグは。
何言ってんだよ。誕生日と言ったらこれだろ。師匠もプレゼントはくれなかったけど、誕生日のハンバーグだけは作ってくれたな。
Okay, he learned this from Aizen and so did Frieren.
シュタルク、アイゼンから聞いてないの？
何が？
バカだよね。思いっていうのは言葉にしないと伝わらないのに。これはね。そういえば誰かの誕生日のたびにバカみたいにでかいハンバーグを作っているけど、これ何なの？
これは俺の地方の風習でな。精一杯頑張った戦士をねぎらうための贈り物だ。俺からの誕生日プレゼントみたいな。
Okay, so I mean, I guess he kind of got a present. Just in the form of food.
頑張った者は皆戦士だ。
Damn right, Aizen.
どうです？
Good mentality.
精一杯頑張った戦士。
兄貴、何作ってんだ？
ハンバーグ。誕生日だろ。
His brother recognized his hard work.
内緒だぜ。
Even if nobody else did, his brother knew. That's nice.
逃げろ、シュタルク。
Wow.
お前は生きるんだ。
He was looking out for him. He cared for him. He didn't run away because he was a coward. He was run away because he listened to his brother. He just kind of internalized it in the wrong way. Damn, man. All the good ones die young, man. Except him. Well, I guess he lived a long time, but you know what I mean.
どう？美味しい？
あ、
Nice job, Frieren.
あとこれ。
That's the most meaningful gift she could have given him.
また頭からかけますよ。
And then she ruins it.
あ、何それ。
シュタルク様には関係ありません。貴重な薬だよ。
え、どういう？
エッチ。
なんで？
エッチ。
いや、だからなんでだって。
Wow. That was such a good episode. That genuinely might be one of my favorite episodes we've watched so far. This show just has such an incredible way of being so succinct in its messaging and being so clear and so direct while also not just like saying it out loud at the same time. I mean, seriously, it all does. Everything from Himmel and his relationship with Hyther and the Stone and the Sword, to Eisen and his relationship with Stark and what that means for him, Stark and his relationship with his brother and with Fern and with everybody. It's all just so meaningful. Everything, every part of this episode had something to say. And it wasn't something super difficult or abstract. It was pretty much all about the idea of like self-doubt. Stark sees himself as a coward, but nobody around him ever saw him that way. Fern doesn't see him that way. Frieren doesn't see him that way. His older brother, who is the strongest warrior, doesn't see him as a coward. He didn't run away because he's a coward. Eisen doesn't see him as a coward. Eisen, who is known as a coward himself, said that everybody that works hard is a warrior. And he was exactly right. Eisen, ironically, the guy who everybody says is a coward because he's fearful, and he himself calls himself a coward, Eisen knows that it takes a lot of courage to admit these things. And yet with Stark calling himself a coward and being a little bit, I guess, emotionally frail at certain parts, mostly as a joke, Stark doesn't shed any tears over this because he's actually strong. It's just good writing. This episode was just brilliant. I kind of want to rewatch it right away. I can very comfortably say that this is a top 3 episode of Frieren for me so far. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't, go check out the Patreon if you want to watch my reactions to the next episodes right now. And of course, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.